YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner. Did you guys know Aries Spears charges dropped? I don't even mention Tiffany Haddish because it didn't seem like they were going to cancel her anyway. Aries Spears takes a W, but is it still an L? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Aries Spears, Tiffany Haddish charges dropped. According to TMZ, who knows freaking everything about Hollywood, it's real. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. Child molestation suit dismissed. Jane Doe speaks out. That's the man Aries right there, who went a little bit too far with that video featuring a young boy in his underwear while Aries Spears was playing a man who was interested in children. And then there was an alleged video involving Tiffany Haddish and the Jane Doe that we never saw. Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears are no longer fighting a child molesting lawsuit because we've learned that the Jane Doe who filed the suit has dismissed it for good. New court documents obtained by TMZ, of course. The plaintiff asked the judge to dismiss the case with prejudice, meaning it cannot be refiled again. You'll recall the case involved the allegations of the two comedians groomed and molested two children several years ago. The woman who sued both of them also had issued a statement saying, quote, "My family and I have known Tiffany Haddish for many years, and we now know that she would never harm me or my brother or help anyone else do anything that could harm us. We wish Tiffany the best and are glad that we can put all this behind us." The Jane Doe did not have anything to say about Aries in her remarks, who was also accused in some pretty heinous stuff in the suit, but he's also in the clear. In the lawsuit, the alleged victim claimed that both she and her younger brother were used by Tiffany and Aries to film scenes and skits when looking back were wildly inappropriate. And Jane Doe suggested that was meant to sexualize them. Jane Doe alleged Tiffany had her film a scene where she simulated oral sex with a sandwich and also claimed her brother was used for a skit in which Aries, he was the subject of a pedophile fantasy. Tiffany and Aries called the whole thing a shakedown, vowing to prove their innocence. However, Tiffany Haddish later said she regretted being part of the sketch, but now that's water under the bridge. I smell something fishy, ladies and gentlemen. After reading this right here and that statement, here's what happened. It's clear as day. Tiffany Haddish paid him off. Tiffany Haddish privately went and say, "Hey, yo, listen, here's some money. Make this go away, dismiss it, and then put a statement out clearing me so I can have my career." It's like the writing's on the wall here. All of a sudden, you make a lawsuit claiming these wild allegations, and then all of a sudden, you're like, "Oh, you know what? Can you dismiss that? Never mind. And by the way, she would never harm us. She would never do us." Whoa. This is so sloppily done. Like, you can't even hide this. This is so obvious and blatant to me. Tiffany Haddish paid them off R. Kelly style. Same thing R. Kelly did with that 2002 case where she didn't show up to court. Family all of a sudden stopped cooperating with detectives because that check came through. So they do take a W thanks to Tiffany Haddish's bank account. Aries Spears, it just so happens to get off the hook because he was tied to Tiffany Haddish. Aries, you lucky mother freaker. So what you gonna do now? The court of public opinion still, in my opinion, cast judgment on him, which I believe comedy should protect certain things, and I believe Aries himself should be able to still function out here as a comedian, man. I do feel like our society is too soft, but I also do feel like that video went too far. It lasted too long. Once the joke was there, didn't need to proceed in its longevity. But it's crazy to me to think that because Tiffany Haddish was tied to it, made it a big case, but it also is what ended up helping killing the case. Tiffany Haddish, Aries Spears owes Tiffany Haddish a lot after going through her checkbook and paying off those names. And not only that, and you could clearly tell she clarified. Tiffany didn't say much about Aries, which kind of shows bias there.
Right.
It's so obvious and sloppy. I don't know who their manager is, but they clearly don't have an experienced one. The way they handled the situation, it looks really messy, and it's clearly obvious. Sad, what you think, bro?
Well, I know that Tiffany being attached to this is a black eye. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and they wanted this to go away. Tiffany's people were on top of it. They scrubbed the internet, got every copy of this thing, and pulled it out before we could even see it. not even the trolls could have pulled up this little girl with the sandwich. They still calling her Jane Doe, but she's over 18. The little boys' pictures out there everywhere. Like they're both over 18. They never came out with their names. And yes, money has been exchanged. People have been bought off. I still don't think Aries was it distasteful? Yes. Was it malicious intent? Probably not. I just think it was poor. I just think it was poor judgment and bad comedy. And Aries Spears is not.
He a funny dude.
He has his moments, and he does impersonations and whatever, man. It's neither here nor there. I'm glad it's going away.
He's so lucky.
I'm not as glad as Aries Spears is. But for $15,000, they should have figured this out before it ever saw the light of day. To be honest with you,
that's the biggest L.
That you know what I mean. This shouldn't even be a blemish on his career. They should have figured out. He should have been able to find that 15,000 earlier than this. You know what I mean? It should never gotten to this point. That's all I have to say. And yeah, what Jody's saying is obvious. Yeah, they did a 180. Clearly, they didn't mention Aries. You know what I mean? They got what they were looking for. And I don't know if you're really that damaged, the girl that was depressed and in the house, and who all even seen it? Like, not even that many of us seen it. Maybe in her circles, but I also feel like that social media pressure from her friends saying, "Oh yeah, you know who? That's Tamika. That's the girl in the Tiffany Haddish video." Like that pressure, they've never seen that type of pressure before, and I'm sure that you wanna not work for the next 2 years, or you want to file this lawsuit and take it to court and see who really wins. My lawyers against your lawyers. They say, "Oh, we'll take that. It's cool. All right, we let it go."
By the way, this stream is sponsored by this man, Evansive 2D, with a $300 donation that he hit us with, man. Evansive 2D, member of the $1,000 Club, legend of Jody's Corner. Thank you so very much, my brother.
Yes, Evansive.
E-Man, what's your take on this shit, bro?
I don't agree with you guys about the money situation. I feel like they have information on her. We saw that they said that she's been telling lies for a long time, and I feel like they had that packet of information on her that they've been holding back, that they finally pulled out, and that made her to cease to desist. Like she completely, because we saw Aries Spears say that the girl said she knows some things on her. Tiffany Haddish know her personally, so she probably has some information too. They put that information together, told her lawyers, and let them know what's going on, and the lawyers stopped it completely, and that's why she bowed out. I feel like some information was being told. I don't feel like there was money probably being involved. I feel like.
So why would she come out and make him look like an angel? Why would she come out later after suing and make Tiffany look like she's an angel?
I think they came out they found information about all the lies that she has. You know what I mean? Remember, he said that she told so many lies. Even the girl said that they were talking about that she has so many lies. She tells so many lies.
That's something that you figure out in court. Usually when the lies are exposed in court, look at Amber Heard with Johnny Depp. She was lying like a motherfucker, but those lies got exposed in court. At least they'll take it to court, or even just before court, so you can settle out and still get money. The fact that she dropped the case outright, point blank, period, with prejudice, so it cannot be revisited, that screams payoff, bro.
I know that's what it is. I hear you guys what you're saying, but I feel like
why do you feel that way?
Because I feel like Aries Spears, Tiffany Haddish know her personally. They know that she's a liar. She knew she was lying about this. She knew what that, and I feel like she had other people on her side, and they had information on her too. And I feel like they gave them information to Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish, and that's the reason why she like, oh shit. They showed her shit. They probably had videotapes. They probably had other shit with her.
I seen the mom at Tiffany Haddish events, current ones. Yeah. So yeah, we know that
I feel like they had all this, knowing that she's probably a compulsive liar, and people proved that, and that's what made automatically, if you go to court and you try to do this, we're gonna sue you for more than what you're asking us for. And I feel like that's what made her like, you know what? I don't have money like that. Let me bow out.
That's dropping the case. But why they put this? Why the statement? We found you out. Now you're gonna drop the case and you gonna put out this statement.
A public statement.
A public statement.
So quietly, this could quietly go away.
A public statement making you look bad because you basically told the world I'm a liar.
Right. It's
and
better.
There's no monetary incentive. You think they just did that because she got caught? Usually when you catch a thief stealing, They don't offer to buy something else from the store. They'll offer to buy what they stole, or they'll just leave with their head down.
Right. I feel like this is that you tainted my name. You put me down on my name. You're trying to ruin who I am, and you have to make. And this is for us to make this go away on you. You need to make sure that you correct it and respect my name. And this is why I feel like oh no, we have nothing like that, because they got her on her lies. They got all those information on her, and this is what made her like, look, what the lawyers probably talked to her, probably said, if you don't speak on this, showing her the information, showing her lawyers whatever the information is, that if you don't clear my client's name up, it's going to be bigger than what it is. And I feel like this is what the reason why no, me and Tiffany is fine, we're good, we're this, we're that, and clear Eric Spears at the same time too.
Do y'all agree with this fool, E-Man? Let me know in the comment section down below. Shout out to Aries. Aries, you dodged a bullet. You dodged a bullet. You're probably still canceled because we know how society works, bro. You got a W. This is a huge W, but it's not earned. You know what I'm saying?
More people seen that skit than ever would have seen it based on this news. That skit was dead and buried. His career ain't even. They say there's no such thing as bad publicity, but this is clearly bad publicity.
Oh, yeah.
And I do see them saying, "Oh, Tiffany, it wasn't aimed at you. It was more for Aries." Well, Aries don't got that kind of money, and you effing up millions so you can get a lousy couple thousand, like you killing the game right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because what she's saying is this is ruining.
Check this out. I've never seen.
As much as I'm nervous, as much as in the back of my mind, because I already felt like my career was over before all this. I felt I was blackballed and my shit was over. But I always said I felt like I was one thing away from the turnaround. But now with this, I'm almost certain that Tombstone is written. But and maybe this is me being naive, maybe this is me being corny, but from the day my mother had my back and groomed me into this thing called showbiz. So if the woman whose body I came out of says I'm gonna be all right, be all right.
There it is. Never seen him get emotional. He a tough New Yorker. But yeah, that shit got to him. For sure got to him. And I feel his pain. I'm gonna table it there unless you got something to say. Good.
I kind of choked. I hate to see him fail. I don't love him.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
But this almost brought a tear to my eyes. Had he kept going, I think I would have gotten emotional and felt sad for him. Nobody wants to see somebody fail, especially if their intentions wasn't in the wrong place.
Facts.
On top of that, bro, social media ain't shit, bro. Lizzo ain't shit. Her fan base ain't shit. He made a joke about her looking like a plate of mashed potatoes. And the motherfuckers came back and dug this shit up on him.
Yeah, you can't talk
Something
about
that
no
happened.
BBWs.
And you got to understand, that shit, when that happened, it was a society that accepted that. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. When he released that skit with that boy, society accepted that because we were a stronger society. We were tougher. We didn't get offended and trip out. But I will admit, based on what I saw, even if I saw it back then, I'd be like, what the freak? This is some sus shit. Zooming on his butt cheeks and all that. I'm like, that's extra. Too far. Definitely too far. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I'm Jody Joe, Saddle Ward, E-Man. We out. Deuces.
Like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. Thumb up that video. Free 99 all day. Don't forget to share and show love to the JC family. Let us know what you think about it. You like it, you don't like it? Let us know what you think. Keep it a buck.
Sports getting weak, comedy getting weak, everything getting weaker.
Facts.